Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome in to the channel. Thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate everyone being here. It is Thursday, July 23rd, 2020. So hopefully you guys are having a wonderful evening. Thank you for joining me as always. We're going to talk about the update on the 50,000 piece purchase and also eBay selling off part of the business. eBay sold part of its business, but not the marketplace. We'll talk about that because it came up in a lot of Facebook groups and a lot of people had a lot of questions. So real quick, hello. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, problems, messages, anything over in the live chat, if it's 9 p.m. on the 23rd, you're live. Otherwise, you're watching the replay and you can leave it in the comments below. Our admins, Adam, and it looks like Justin and Star are both here. They have those blue wrenches next to their name. And without further ado, let's jump into it. Everybody asking for an update on the bulk purchase. If you don't know, I did indeed purchase probably over 50,000 pieces. I don't even know. We've gone through about 5,000 or 6,000 pieces already. And it was an entire tractor trailer load. Frequently asked questions, where did I buy it? I bought out a store's inventory that was stocking up inventory during COVID. They couldn't stock their store because their store was closed, so they weren't selling any merchandise. So they were stocking with nowhere to put it and nowhere to sell it. And eventually it overran their storage containers, multiple storage container, storage unit. And so they called me and I bought it. And I paid for a semi truck to get it here. It came from 4 or 5 states away. It cost several $1,000s. It cost more to get the truck than it did to close just about. But that's the story behind it. What's up, Megan? How you guys doing? And so that is the update on that as far as what I bought it for. How are we handling it? So basically what we are doing, it is stored in my warehouse space that I have, which is about 3,500 square feet. The problem is, I'll show you guys if you're new here, that's what it looks like in the warehouse space, right? So there is the mountain. It was an entire tractor trailer load. I mean, literally, if you missed the video, the tractor trailer load was full. So it is in the warehouse. The problem is the warehouse is like 110 degrees. It's not air conditioning because I am in the building behind the main building. So it's super hot. It's dirty. It didn't make sense to have clothes there, and it didn't make sense for our motivation and our sorting. So the process, a lot of you guys asked about the process of sorting 50,000 pieces of clothes. And so the thing about it is that we wanted to make it as streamlined as possible, as comfortable as possible, because I don't know about you guys, but when I'm not comfortable, I don't work very productively. Is that everybody? Like if you're hot or miserable or tired, you're just not going to be productive, right? And so it was no way we wanted to work out of the warehouse. Not to mention the clothes would have a better chance of getting dirty or messed up in there as opposed to here. The other thing that we had as an advantage to possibly bringing it back home is that we have a washer and dryer. Now, my washer and dryer under normal circumstances, I do wash clothes to list them on eBay, but let's be honest, we're washing a load or two a week. This is load after load after load, and normally I wouldn't do that. But I just bought a new house, and I'm getting a brand new set of washer and dryer. And so if I run this set that I've had for like 6 years into the ground and blow them up in the next few months, I'm totally okay with that. Somebody asked, Aurora asked if my ears grew. No, I don't think so. I hope not. And so we decided to bring all of those clothes home. And let me show you guys exactly. I took this picture for you just a little while ago. We're bringing home a couple thousand a day, which is what we can get through. And it looks crazy, right? But by the end of tomorrow, this will be completely cleared out. And then we are throwing garbage in one pile, good stuff in one pile, and then stuff that maybe needs to be extra washed or gone over or this or that into other piles. And then we are creating boxes of 40 and 50 and 60 pieces of girls' tops, men's tops, jeans, shorts, dress pants. We're not really doing because some of you guys were like, I'll take all your Tommy Bahama shirts. First, I didn't get really any Tommy Bahama yet. But second, we're not really going that specific. We're doing men's, women's, and maybe some bottoms. Maybe I'll put together a box of dresses. I'll put it together, and what's available will be for sale on our website, our Shopify site. It's linked below. Open the site, bookmark it, and go shop there. Check in every day, Monday through Friday, and we'll have new boxes. In fact, we already have all of these boxes headed out the door tomorrow. We've already sold in 3 days. We've already sold like 25 boxes or something. So just keep an eye on that site. So that's how we're doing it, and that's how we're able to keep up and to do it clean and to do it very well. We're the warehouse is like that truck was like 150, 160 degrees. So it killed anything that was on it. How many of them smell or have bad things? We really haven't had any that have come through. I think we had one Walmart bag that we opened that had a smoke smell to it. We just wrapped it back up and threw it out into our junk pile, and out the door it went. We have somebody that's going to buy it all as rags, as scrap. So that's cool. And the wrecking crew is a playground. Yeah. Please consider. Yeah. So we are definitely doing that. I was joking. Notice the haircut. Oh, thank you. But yeah, so our goal every day is to get through 2,000 pieces, 25 days. I think we've done good in 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, now Thursday, 4 days. I know we've shipped out over 1,000 pieces. I know we've donated or given to the scrap pile at least 1,500. So that's 2,500. And we have about 2,500 here. So that's 5,000 in 3.5, 4 days. We've probably gone through about 6,000, about 1,500 to 2,000 a day. So that's a really good goal for us to get it done in less than 30 days, 25 to 30 days. And that's what we're doing, because so many of you asked for inventory. So many of you asked me, I want a box. I want a box. All we're doing is popping them up on Shopify. You can save that link below. As soon as we have a box done, it goes up on Shopify. It's usually later in the afternoon. So, and that's how we're handling it. So, is there specific times? Typically the times are going to be like 5 o'clock. 5 PM is really when we're going to be putting it up. Cause we're working on all day. So, okay. That's the update on the bulk purchase. Now, everybody asked me about eBay selling their business. If you don't know, eBay sold part of their business for $9 million. They wish $9 billion with a B. If you don't know, eBay is actually, or was, 3 companies in one. It was eBay, the marketplace that you and I sell on every day. It was eBay Classifieds, which is the one that was sold yesterday or the day before, actually, I think 2 days ago. And it was also StubHub. Everyone familiar with StubHub? They sell third-party aftermarket, after-party tickets to like concerts and sporting events and all that sort of stuff. They sold StubHub for like $4 billion to Viagogo last year, and now they've sold the classified site for $9 billion. What does this mean for you guys? For me, it means 2 things. It means, one, in the last year, the last 12 months, eBay has brought on billions of dollars in cash. Some of this was shares, like stock shares of the company, because they didn't pay them all cash. Some of it was all cash. And the second thing that it means is that eBay has now gotten rid of 2 distractions. They now can focus solely on the marketplace and put that what is it, 13 billion? They probably got 10 billion in cash, or 8 billion. Put that billions to use to redo the site, to make things better. And that's what I hope that they do with a new CEO, new money, new business model. Managed payments is full on by the end of the year, and now no distractions. And so that's really the hope I have for eBay, and for you guys as sellers, I hope that it does help you out as well. So that's eBay living, the life, bringing in billions of dollars and selling part of their business. I wish somebody would buy part of my business for billions of dollars, for millions. That'd be awesome, right? Okay. Gotta love the corporate raiders. I do. Also, when am I moving? Our house will not be done until December, possibly January. I hope December. We'll see. Did I see the news on Google working directly with PayPal? Yeah, PayPal, since they broke from eBay, has been working with a lot of companies directly. So let's talk about, I want people in the chat. Has anybody else bought a bulk purchase lately? And I don't mean a tractor trailer load. Also, I got offered 11 storage units of shoes tonight, which could possibly be something like, I don't even know, like probably 30 or 40,000 pairs of shoes. The problem, they're not all, they have matches, but they're not together in some cases. And they could be storage unit 1 with 1 shoe and storage unit 8 with the other shoe. And even if I had them all dragged out, put on a truck, brought here, and then dumped in the middle, how the heck would I even go about sorting them? It's an expensive purchase as well, because it is all of these 30, 40,000 pairs of shoes at $1 a pair is $30,000. So just something to think about. Anybody else purchasing? I want our audience to learn where everyone, I don't want you to give up your exact business model or exactly where you get them. But if anybody in the chat is willing to talk about a little bit how they, buy wholesale or what they're buying or how they're buying or anything like that, I would be happy to hear it in the chat. And I would love to do videos maybe with somebody. 4,000 units of one item 2 weeks ago, Cade bought. Gnome and Frog did 145 scrubs. That's Bill and Dave for $100. That's really good. Less than $1 a piece. Eric bought a truckload of ties. That's pretty crazy. Colleen also, I know, is in the middle of possibly a big bulk purchase. Layla, 300 pairs of shoes, sold 70 pair to my big buyer, just sent out a box with 70 shoes, 15 backpacks, 35 to 50 pieces of clothing, and 30 toys. Nate buying 200. Jacob buys estate sales, another great business, and Esteban bought 4 pallets today. Esteban, I see the pallets that you have emailed me about. Unfortunately, it's impossible to tell what's on those pallets, so I might have some interest. Colleen buying out estate sales as well. Big E sales buying 300 brand new leggings. Pretty successful there. That's pretty cool. 300 brand new leggings is a lot of leggings. Flipping hippos. I'm not even a reseller. I'm here for Chewy. Chewy's not here tonight. The wrecking crew is gone tonight. They are out and about. Wayne bought 1,250 books, 1,750 DVDs, and 1,000 CDs from an estate sale company that does not like media. So that's 4,000. Am I wrong there? 4,000 pieces of inventory. Wayne, can we ask what you paid for it all? Just out of curiosity. 4,000 pieces of media. 4,000 pieces of media from one company in one purchase. So those of you that are struggling, like, how do we get thousands of pieces of merchandise? How do we buy tons of stuff? That's how we do it. So part of this is about networking. If you listen to all of these stories, it's pretty much the same common denominator. Made a friend with the estate sale company. Made a friend with the estate sale company that doesn't like media. I made a friend with a store, an actual charity store that didn't have the ability to sell. Networking. Part of what I teach people in my 2020, the training videos down below, is that in the webinar, it's actually a specific 90-minute webinar, is about sourcing without having to go in and out of thrift stores. Remember, and I just had a chat with one of my new neighbors to be last night. Shout out to his wife's name, Nicole, and to Spencer, our new neighbors to be in 6 months, 5 or 6 months, give or take. I talked about reselling and about his wife being able to possibly buy and sell as well. And, Spencer kind of operates on a higher level than most people, even myself. And, I told him to go in and out of thrift stores is fantastic to learn and to build and to grow a base. But at some point you have to step outside of the normal one by one purchasing. You can live off of that and make a few $1,000s a month all day. And I'm completely honest with everyone. I do it for the thrill of the hunt. But how many thrift haul videos have you seen me have you guys seen me do? Even pre-COVID, obviously during shutdown and lockdown, it was a lot more difficult, but it's not often, right? You guys see me buying boxes of ties that I have laying over my shoulder somewhere. Oh, right there. Boxes of ties, 150, 200 ties roll in. You guys see me buying boxes of shoes. You see me buying tractor trailer loads. You guys saw me buy 17 pallets of 50,000 remotes. In this year, I've probably bought another 50,000 clothes, 100,000 pieces. You're talking about my bulk purchases are probably in the 200,000 piece neighborhood. You have to learn to make connections and relationships. Hickory Springs and Colleen both saying relationships. Absolutely. There's no two ways about it. So Wayne paid 68 cents a piece for his 4,000 pieces of merchandise, $2,750. What do you think you're going to make off of that purchase, Wayne? Layla, yes, new friends. So we joined. Big secret inside tip to you guys. If you're going to move into a new neighborhood, join the neighborhood's Facebook group. Not only can you see all the cool drama and meet all the cool people and the crazy people to avoid, new neighborhoods, especially when you're moving, you get to see all the cool stuff they have for sale. There's always people selling stuff, especially if it's a newer construction neighborhood like ours is. People have all their stuff they want to sell from like moving, or maybe they moved in and now they bought new stuff. Always great deals. Join the Facebook group. I joined the Facebook group. I met Spencer. I met his wife. Fantastic people. We had a great talk last night for like 3 or 4 hours. They moved in just across the pond from where we live, or where we will be living. And great to get to know your neighbors, definitely. So yeah, Colleen paid $13.48 for her estate sale buyout, profit of $5,000. So this is a great example for all of you that are in the chat and you're trying to learn. Build relationships. You have to network. Colleen just said it. Connections. Call estate sale companies. Call Goodwill. Call Salvation Army. Call all the mom and pop thrift stores that you know. Just call them up and say, hey, do you guys have any back inventory? Do you have any back stock that you can't sell? Do you have any inventory that's just sitting? Do you have a storage unit? Do you have stuff that you don't take? Call them. The worst they're going to say is no. The worst they're going to tell you is, sorry, we don't have anything. You're going to say, hey, cool. Keep me in mind. Can I leave you my number? Can I leave you my email? Can I leave you my Instagram? Is there a way I can get a hold of you? Can I check with you? If their answer is to shut you down, just say, hey, can I call you in 3 months? Can I call you in 90 days? Can I talk to you about, becoming a preferred vendor in the future for you guys? Can I talk to you? Use these words, preferred vendor. It's, in case you're wondering, guys, it's Orange Contreau. It's 1849. It's nothing fancy, but it is 80 proof, 40%, and it tastes amazing. And you don't need anything with it, just on ice. Cheers, guys. So ask them. They're only going to say no, and the only chance that you have of getting anything from them is to call them. Email them, message them, go on their Facebook, save these Facebook pages. Here's another tip that I give you guys in that 2020. And I want you guys to remember this. Write this down right now. It's part of the video. Take a note. Call every church in your area, every single church. Why? Because almost every church takes donations, and they almost always have 1 or 2 church sales throughout the course of the year. Most of our churches here, I don't go to church. Say what you will about me, but most of the churches here, I have called them, or I've gone on their Facebook pages and messaged them, have 2 sales a year, spring and fall, almost normal. I don't know what they've done with the whole C19. Obviously, they probably aren't having these sales. But what is happening is all of the stuff they collect as donations and then they put out at the church sale, or all of the members of the church that normally show up to have a church yard sale where they all set up in the parking lot. I don't know. You guys have all this. Everyone knows what I'm talking about, right? The churches, the congregation, the members, or possibly the church themselves sets up all those rows and rows of tables, and then everyone's out there in a weekend and you can get some killer deals. Well, they can't have those sales because Corona shut everything down, like closed, no more sales. There's a ton of merchandise sitting in people's garages and yards and houses and attics that they just can't sell. They can't. Right? What's up, Mr. Buys a Lot? How you doing? Jebby also purchased a Nordstrom pallet, 700 pieces for $2,200. I see you out there, Jebby Mama. And so when you think about on a, sorry if there's lights coming in. There's a truck outside of my house. Just, God, I can't wait to move out of this neighborhood. When you think about calling a church or something as basic as, a homeowners association that has a community yard sale, and you hook up with these people where there may be more than a few items, and even calling Salvation Army or Goodwill, you have to reach out to people that have a consistent supply of material. It's one thing if I call Colleen up and Colleen says, hey, I'm getting out of eBay. I'll sell you my 400 items. Fantastic. I'm going to buy from Colleen. I'm going to make some money. 400 items. Great. But I'm never going to call Colleen again, because the chance is that if she's getting out of the business or selling off her garage sale or her inventory, she's not really going to have anything to sell me ever, if not for a long time, right? And that's fine to make one-time deals. I bought those 50 suit jackets off the guy down in the other neighborhood. I paid $1 a piece because they were in a bag, and I paid $50, and I sold the first jacket for $50, right? And so that's fine, one-time deal. I've never heard from them or talked to them again. But you want supplies from people that are constantly going to have inventory coming in. Donations, charities, churches, thrift shops, mom and pop shops, consignment shops, high-end or low-end, Salvation Armies, Goodwills. All these places have a non-stop supply. That is what they do. And this is why you have to be in touch with them non-stop. What's up, James? What's up to everybody? So this is what we teach. This is what we do. Okay, out of breath on that one. Thrifty Santa, what's up? Thrifty Santa, I wish we were in Vegas right now. Guys, on a normal year, it would be eBay Open. It would have started yesterday or Tuesday, the 21st. We would be in Las Vegas right now, or possibly next week, but Unfortunately, we are not. So Cynthia just moved into Panhandle to Fort Myers. So Cynthia came up here at the Panhandle of Florida, and then she moved, came down the state, came past me, and lives now about an hour and a half south of me. So, yeah, eBay Open 2021. Hope that happens. I want to see everybody there. So take what I'm telling you guys. There's plenty of business to be had. There's plenty of money to make. There's plenty of things to do, including not just the networking to get the inventory, but you can also network with buyers. It works the same way. Like you might find a guy that's interested in all of your Tommy Bahama shirts or all of your empty liquor bottles. Maybe he collects bottles. So every time you find him, you're just going to call Colleen up and you're gonna be like, hey, callers, like I'm going to get all this Bath and Body Works stuff tomorrow. Boom. And she's like, hey, I buy it all. Or, hey, I want to sell you these necklaces. And Colleen's like, I buy all necklaces. Boom. She doesn't. Please don't blow Colleen up. But I'm just throwing random stuff out there. So you can find buyers just as easily as well. Colleen just made the mention. There you go. At her local flea market, every regular seller knows what I buy, and they save it for her because she went to them and said, hey, this is what I buy. You may not have any right now, but if you come across it, here's my card, here's my name, here's my number. Make them put it in their phone. It's one thing to hand somebody a business card. Do you know how many business cards I lose on a regular basis? I'm the worst. Put it in their phone. Make them open their phone and save your number. Say, hey, can I text you right now? Can you save my number? And like just text them and say, Colleen, the jewelry buyer, Colleen, the video game buyer, whatever it may be. Just boom, saving their phone. These are little things that make up the world. Because you know how many times I'll go through my phone and I'm like, crap, who was that guy that buys digital clocks? Who is that guy? I have no idea. Except now I get to open my phone and I get to go, oh, look, Timmy, the digital clock buyer. Whoop, send Timmy a text. Hey, Timmy, I picked up 10 clocks today. Boom, out the door they go. Just a thought. Okay. All right. So that is all. That's all my my knowledge pouring out. That's what I teach in the 2020. It's part of a 90-minute webinar. It's fantastic. And I go over, there's so many other ways to do it too. Just to give you an example, because I talk about 12 or 13 ways in that video. Obviously, what I just told you guys about the church sale and going, kind of around all this stuff. Pawn shops, another great thing. A lot of people don't realize that pawn shops, once they hold merchandise, okay, in Florida, the laws are a little different in every state. But in Florida, we have a 30-day hold plus 30 days for sale items. So what that means is, if somebody comes into a pawn shop and they sell an item, let's say they're like, hey guys, I want to sell my phone. The pawn shop says, cool. They check it out. It's not stolen. Everything's good. They buy it. They have to wait 30 days till they can put it out in the store for sale. The reason is, even though it's not reported stolen today when they buy it, it could be reported stolen down the road. So they give them 30 days. If they take an item in on pawn and they allow somebody 30 days to pay the loan on it, and the person doesn't pay the loan, they have to give them 30 additional days to be in default as late. So in Florida, it's always 60 days on a loan, if not 90 till it goes out to the store shelf. And so if a store is already, pawn shop's already into something for X amount of money for 30, 60, 90 days, and then it doesn't sell for another 30 or 60 or 90, they're 5 to 6 months ago that they put the money out, especially on electronics and tech that they drop in value. You won't find clothing and shoes at pawn shops, but other stuff. They're 6 months out on money. They want to recover that money. And so once an item is sitting, and you can learn how to in some pawn shops, they actually mark them with dates. They don't have the date, but you can learn how to tell how long they've been there. If you can hit them up for that old material, they'll sell it to you for next to nothing. In fact, they put a lot of it in the back room. Make friends with the managers at pawn shops. I used to know every manager from here to Tampa, here to St. Pete. I used to go to 100 pawn shops a week. Why did I stop? It was tedious, like going to thrift stores. But for those of you that are building and that live near pawn shops, it's a fantastic way to get merchandise, right? Thrifty Santa, he has a honey hole thrift shop that's been closed since COVID-19. They take volunteers to sort donations. That's correct. So the place that I bought my $50,000 from is similar. Not the same, but close. I'm calling them tomorrow to ask if I can buy items if I volunteer. It's not a bad idea. In fact, Thrifty Santa, I don't think that you even will have to volunteer. They're going to be happy to move you some inventory. Trust me on that. If you've missed any part of this video, please rewind and watch it after we're done. Share it. Tell anybody you want. There are so many ways to find merchandise. Businesses going out of business. moving sales, you got to think bigger. You got to think bigger than just one item, 2 items, 3 items. You have to think bigger. Okay, so our thrift stores are open for last month because overloaded. Yes, a lot of thrift stores are doing that as well. Don't forget that if they had way more inventory they can handle, they're trying to just move inventory out. Make them an offer. So I believe it's in my best opinion that the gentleman from Texas with 25,000 active neckties on eBay, last I checked, his store yo-yos so much it's not even funny. Let's take a look at his store. Anyways, it's my opinion that he calls thrift stores and makes backroom deals with them. And what I mean by that is he gets first pick of their ties. He's got 22,000 up currently. And last time I did the math, he's selling like 400 to 500,000 a year, probably more than that. But I think he calls thrift stores, and I think he goes in and he makes them an offer to buy a lot because the guy's got like 400 Ermin Nagilda Zegna ties. Who has 400 Zegna ties? Who has 400 Burberry ties, right? You don't get that unless you're getting pick of litters from places. All used ties in Texas. So it's my opinion that he's calling a lot of sources and buying out from the thrift stores. They're sending him boxes and he's ditching the bad stuff. And he still lists Tommy Hilfiger and Polo, $10, $12 ties, but he's listing a lot of $30 and $40 ties. And that's my opinion. There's no way you source enough merchandise and if even neckties to get 25,000 neckties in stock, selling several hundred a day, hundreds a day, 300 ties a day. I'm not kidding. Go look at his solds. And not, you're not going to do that thrifting at a store. You're buying people's inventory. You're buying from multiple places, honestly. When I buy from you guys neckties, I brought in 1,000 pieces in a week. And I started thinking to myself, I have a social media following. He doesn't have that, not that I know of. And if I sat there and did it for weeks after weeks after weeks, yeah, I might be able to get to where he is. But man, what would that take, right? He has listers and inventory and all that stuff. That's the only way to do it. And you see these people with 5,000 and 10,000 t-shirts. It's the only way to do it. You can't buy one at a time. The guy with ties, his name is Handtex. I thought I did well the other day buying 24 ties at $1 a piece. You know what? $1 a piece is great. So hit that like button. Sharon, appreciate that. Do hit the like button before you guys roll out. If you do leave early, I appreciate it. There's only 40 likes on here and there's like 200 people in the chat. So the likes really help us and makes the video get more exposure. So we don't get paid for them. Likes don't equal money, but they do equal exposure. Okay. So Facebook Marketplace has a lot of sellers for bulk items. Yeah, the name of that guy is Handtex. I'll pop it up there for you guys. You can look him up on eBay. He's at 22,000 right now. He fluctuates anywhere between like 18 and 19,000 up to 25,000. He's usually sitting at about 23 or 24,000 on average. And there's days that I've checked his solds and I've had to go back pages and pages. I've seen days that he sells 100, 150. I've seen days that he sells 300 or 400 ties. The guy's super awesome. Don't know him personally, but he does amazing for an eBay seller. My best guess is at least 300,000 sales. On the low end, I can't imagine he's doing less than $1,000 a day. Because even at 100 ties, at $10 a piece is 1,000, and $1,000 a day is $365,000 a year. My honest opinion is that he's doing north of 400,000 to 500,000 a year in gross sales. His profit, I imagine his cost of goods is pretty low. Assuming he's doing 500,000, his profit's probably around 250 to 3. Not a bad way to make $20,000 to $25,000 a month, right? He has expenses. He has employees. I think he has an office because I looked up. I think I bought a tie from him once to see his packaging, and I think it came back to an office in Texas. I don't think it was a home. So, Mr. Buys a Lot did buy a tractor trailer of clothing as well. I did that also. Cynthia bought a Donald Trump tie, 50 cents, sold for $49. That's the way to do. Mr. Buys a Lot went to the dark side. Aurora says I'm a stalker. No, I didn't stalk the guy. I literally wanted to see his packaging and his customer service and just to see how he handled things. This is kind of an inside secret for you guys. I buy stuff from sellers all the time. This sounds weird. Try to interview him. I did. And I buy stuff to see people's customer service. I want to see how they package stuff. I try to learn. For $10, I'll be happy to learn. And I have his tie to this day in my drawer, and I wore it to like Posh Fest or something, to the party at Posh Fest when I wore a tie. I don't wear ties often, of course, but I did that. Shipping the ties, he had it in a little plastic pre-baggie inside of a poly bag, and out the door it went, similar to how I do things. Nothing wrong with stalking. I stalk Megan Mawhinney. I used to stalk Megan Mawhinney, but she angers me, and so I stopped stalking her. And now I just straight out tell her that I'm watching her. If she's in the chat, she's gonna kill me. Yeah, so that's Joe Peoples. Interesting comment that he just put up. I'm in Chicago, and I went into Burlington last week, and the store was empty. I thought they were going out of business. The employee told me everything was 50 to 70% off when Chicago opened, and people bought all. So, sometimes stores like that, when stores go out of business, when stores have been closed, all that stuff. We love Megan. We do? Wait, you love Megan. Okay, so I'll take questions from anybody. Bulk purchasing, the talk of me buying 50,000 pieces sounds insane, but it's calculated. I know what I'm doing. I had the idea of 1,500 to 2,000 pieces a day process. I had, a help. I've hired a temporary employee. I'm figuring 3 weeks. I'm giving them $300 or $400 a week for working 5 or 6 hours a day. So $900 added onto my price, plus the shipping, plus the cost. I know exactly where I'm going to be, $7,000 all in. And in the course of 3 weeks, if I'm selling pieces at $1.50 to $2, you're talking about selling 4,000 or 5,000 pieces in 3 weeks. That means about 1,500 to 1,600 pieces a week. That's about 300 pieces a day. And that means that 50-piece boxes, 6 boxes a day. No problem at all. We've been doing 8 or 9. And there is no season for ties. Ties will sell all the way around. Sharon doesn't. Lots of us stalk people. Lots of us do. I do it for learning. Believe it or not, I learn from other sellers. I buy their merchandise to see how they package, how they do feedback, how they do customer service, the quality. A lot of times I do it just to support you guys, or if you have something very cool. So there's a lot of reasons why I will buy from people. I've probably bought about 10 to 15 items off of people. I've bought several Poshmark items. Of course, I bought my Robert Graham to get a love note. By the way, I did buy anybody who missed it, I did buy the blue it's called Time Travel Back to the Future DeLorean Robert Graham shirt. It is the first Robert Graham shirt that I have paid over $30 for. I own about 20 Robert Graham button downs. I've paid 5, I've paid 7, I've paid free, I've paid shipping like $7, I've paid 10 on one. My Poshmark Love Note one, I believe, was the most expensive one. I paid $30 for, just because I needed to buy something and I wanted it. And it was the only good looking one. And she had it up for 40. I made a bundle offer at 30. She took it. It was brand new too. And she'd bought it for like $5. I don't even know how. But last week I did buy, I went on a spending spree actually last week, which is terrible because I bought a new house and I got to pay for it. This week I'm using this microphone, but next week I'll be using these microphones. If you listen to the last video, these external microphones with lavalier mics, clip-on mics, like you would see like in a TV interview, you run it up the back. I need one more adapter to hook this into my computer so that I can use this instead of this. So the audio will be much better. Also, when I move into the new house, because it's a 2-story, we have certain rooms blocked off for the office. And that office is going to be just mine. I'm going to put soundproofing material on the walls. And so the audio is going to be amazing on top of these microphones that I just bought, running through this one, through the computer, and then also the new house setup so that I don't have this huge echo. Those of you that don't know, I live in a house with 20-foot ceilings. They're crazy high up there, and they're like 18.5 feet, I think they are. The echo just goes through this house. I know it sounds terrible, but it's going to be nice when I don't. But the new shirt, I bought that as well. I paid $180 for it. I had a $20 gift card. That's $160. And somehow, the night before last, we had a few drinks with some friends, and I bought a drone, a DJI Mavic Mini drone that will be here on Monday. So we're going to do some drone shots. We're going to be living in a cool neighborhood, and we'll add some cool stuff to the videos. So, I spent $310 on the microphone, $160 after the gift card on the shirt, so that's $470, and $630 on the drone, so that's $1,100 in 2 weeks. Ouch. after I bought a house. Yeah, we're going to need more of these. You're going to hate two-story house when you get older. No, not this one. I'll show you guys the shirt. Give me 1 second. I'll show you guys the shirt. Here, somebody asked me to just message me on Facebook asking me if I had the shirt handy. You can probably hear me. You can't see me. Just give me a half a second. Ugh, half a second. It's a button up. I got to get it on. Obviously. Somebody asked what it looked like. Oh, here we go. It is Back to the Future. Give me just a second. It looks like this. It's blue. It's a good color. The sleeves look really good in case you ever wondered. This is called flip cuff. You can wear it up. You can obviously flip it down, flip cuff. And then the back of it is the DeLorean. Here, I'll move the chair. And I'll move the mic for you guys. It's the DeLorean. Time travel. So it was 180. It was actually listed for 220. And she made me an offer of 180, and then I had a gift card for 160. Or she made me an offer of 199. I counter offered at 180, and she took it. It was in Florida too. So, okay, yeah, that's awesome. No, I have not moved into the new house yet. The new house is being built. It actually just broke, or it's breaking ground soon. We had permits that were approved. I actually got those emails. So they're starting building it. The estimated time after permits is about 4 months. So August, September, October, November. We are hoping it's done before Christmas. If we could move in even the first week of December, I'd be thrilled. We don't want to move at Christmas, but that's been our luck. When we bought this house, we moved in like December 17th. So I hate doing the Christmas move, but we will if we have to. Christmas morning in the new house would be cool. I don't know. Anyways, new modeling gig. Such good modeling skills. Do you think the eBay shipping supply store is owned by eBay or a separate company? It's owned by eBay. The color looks good on me. I do like the blue. I really do. The collar looks good. It's blue all the way through. It's got that same color scheme kind of as the cuffs going on in the back of it, but it looks good. Shirt's awesome. So, okay. We've been on almost 40 minutes. Any questions I can answer for anybody before I go? There's 200 of you. Make sure you do hit that like button. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for all being here. This shirt is amazing. That's awesome. Congrats. Thank you. I appreciate that. In case anybody wanted to know, the house was to help make better videos and expand this channel for you guys. I really shopped for a house that would make me have a dedicated YouTube room. I'm going to set up these mounted lights instead of the soft boxes because they're so big. I'm going to have mounted lights, the soundproofing audio, these new microphones. Just going to have a better setup and better quality and better, everything about the video so you guys can really see stuff. I'll be able to do better product things. And also I wanted to add, I got the drone mainly because I wanted to add some cool cinematographic, that big word that I can't say right now, elements to the videos. And we actually moved into a neighborhood that has its own man-made crystal lagoon in it, like a big lagoon in the neighborhood. Like literally it's in our neighborhood. And it kind of looks like that. And so that's like our backyard. Literally that's our backyard. And so we'll be able to do some videos. I'll try to do some live shows from down at the lagoon. I'll try to do some recorded videos. I'll try to do some drone flyovers. All kinds of cool stuff to add it in for you guys. So Vix Village. Most people went to managed payments on July 15th. The rest by the end of the year. That is the word. You do not have to unlink your PayPal account. I don't think you have to do anything. Am I keeping the hot dog plants? So yeah, there's been some talk about our hot dog plants. These came from one of those mall interior whatever things. It's actually a giant flower vase looking thing, floor vase. It's kind of cool. These are just some stuff they put in there. I don't even know. They're just kind of there. We'll probably keep them, but we might change out what's in it. I might put like some actual plants in there, but I kill everything. So how much was the new house? I'll DJ the housewarming party. Yeah. The new house was a little bit of money. If you're not familiar with Florida real estate, it probably won't sound like a lot of money, but you can get a lot for your money in Florida. Although prices are kind of high right now. So the house on the lagoon, remember we're in a lagoon neighborhood, so we're paying for the amenity. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 2-story, 3-car garage, 3,230 square feet, with office, den, bonus room, and back screened in covered lanai, a 300 square foot lanai, on the pond view, off the lagoon. And it was, with all the upgrades, we upgraded the crap out of it. We added all the custom tile, the granite, stainless steel appliances, the crown molding, the crystal, the etched cut glass front door, and just everything, almost everything you can get to the house we added. There's a few things we didn't. Out the door, it was $406,000. No pool. We did give up our pool because the neighborhood does not come with pools. You do have to build your own pool, which we can do at a later time. You have to get the permits. And that pool runs anywhere from $45,000 to $55,000. So yeah, that's going to be it. So you're getting the expensive house, but your background needs big help. My background? Oh, just for the house is just for me to have a better backdrop. I'm going to buy one of those pull-up backdrops, like green screens and all that. I'm going to set up the whole room to just look better. Yeah, so 51 drones. I do watch that channel. I have seen them before. Thank you, Joe Peoples. But anyways, I feel like 3,230 square foot in a lagoon neighborhood with everything behind the gates, all that stuff, I think for $400,000 is not bad. So especially for brand new construction, warranties, all that good stuff. Oh my goodness. Thompson's tiny condo in Seattle is $365,000. I know Seattle is super expensive because obviously a lot of tech companies there. Thank you, Monica. I appreciate that. Make sure to get heated bathroom tile floors. Wayne, that was not an option. We don't need heated floors in Florida, my friend. Although if it's an option, I might get it one day. Set up your eBay Rockstar oven. Yeah. No conference for Rockstar. Anyways, okay. So last minute, we've been on 42 minutes. Last minute questions, I'll answer them, and then I'm going to head out. And of course, as always, RockstarFlipper@gmail.com. That is my direct email. 7 days a week. I answer all of them. Make sure you bookmark our wholesale Shopify store below if you're interested in buying inventory. Bookmark it, keep refreshing it, check back. We'll put them up most days, Monday through Friday in the afternoons, 4 or 5 p.m. through 6 or 7 p.m. They should all be up. Take what's there. And I think that's what we had for you. I'll have a lot of videos up this weekend. I got my computer back. Thank you, God, Lord. My computer is back from Apple after a disaster. It broke. If you didn't know the story, just don't ask. Blah. Okay. Wayne has heated floors in Naples. You are crazy. Do I do podcasts? Yes, I do have a podcast channel. I have not uploaded to it in a year. I'm going to start doing podcasts. Another reason I want a dedicated room that I can close off and have good audio and do podcasting in. So yes, we are going to open back up the podcasting. Thank you, Justin. Appreciate that. How are you going to do your eBay while you are moving? Moving is going to take a day. We'll be just fine. You still have some merchandise left. Yes, we are listing them on our Shopify wholesale site. We have tons of inventory. We just have to get through it. So we're listing it as quickly as we can. Hit that like button before you head out, guys. I appreciate it. No, the car goes in on Tuesday to BMW. Hopefully nothing's wrong with it. Hopefully it's just a light. God, that's the last thing that I need right now is a $2,500 bill from BMW. Anyways, okay, so that link is below. Shopify store. Click it, bookmark it, and check back every day so you can make sure you can check in. We're making boxes of men's clothes, women's clothes, jeans, bottoms, pants, kids stuff. I may do dresses if I come across enough dresses. I've had quite a few come through. We might do a shoe box. Just keep an eye on the website. I appreciate all of you guys. What you missed, you can just rewind and watch back at the beginning. Thanks for joining me on this Thursday. Cheers to everyone. Good luck with your weekend, your sales. If you need help, please don't hesitate. Reach out to me, RockstarFlipper@gmail.com. I'm here. And as always, everything that I talked about is linked below. You can check them all out. Good night, everyone. And I will see you tomorrow.